Hi again guys, Alan here at Alan's Allotment. It's the 2nd of February, Sunday. Yesterday we cleaned this entire loft out. We lifted the entire floor, everything deep clean underneath, and we've got new shavings down underneath now. As you can see, fresh new bedding. The birds are just being fed this morning. Just give you a quick look at these now. A couple of almonds there, white bar. Some stuffed Van Reed birds in here as well. There's another almond, white one. Through in the other section, you see the other birds eating there. Good conglomeration of colours. Like I say, a lot of these are for sale. They're on my website. If you want to head over there and just see what there is available. They're in perfect health, ready for breeding. Perfect breeding condition. So yeah, so this loft cleaned out entirely, and that's me good under the floor for at least 3 months. The birds just get it scraped down once a week into a bucket. But more importantly, we managed to use all of the bedding that came up from under these floors, and we now have 3 bags of compost as well, which is going to be used on the no dig area of the bed. So it's win-win all round. Catch you later guys. So here we are in the stuffed Van Reed section. I give this a good clean out yesterday as well. Get back on top of things ready, so I'll give myself time with the growing area when I take a few days off in February. As you can see, birds are perfectly healthy. Manure drops onto the shavings underneath, and of course all the compost that comes out of here, it doubles up and will be used on the garden now. So yeah, so just a quick look at the birds outside in the area enjoying themselves. So these are the stuffed Van Reeds. Looking an absolute picture of health basically. Yeah. So yeah, all the floor lifted again and all done. So that's this entire 24-foot section of the loft all cleaned out now, and that basically gives us some good breathing space without having to worry too much about them. Obviously feeding and watering and looking after the general health, keeping an eye on the birds, but basically it gives me a bit of time now I can spend with the garden, and it's one chore less to do. And again, these are just the other birds finishing off their food they've had. Yeah. Absolutely a picture of health. All the cocks are running around treating the hens. Keen to pair up, but they're kept on a strict enough diet. They aren't laying at the moment, which is a good thing. So we'll catch you later guys. I'm not sure whether the wind will be affecting this, but just a quick look at some of the other rarer coloured birds that I have. Here you'll see an indigo. The rain's playing havoc with the camera again. So there you'll see that's an indigo cock there, and then in there we have a white bar cock, Qualmond cock, a reduced cock, a reduced opal that is. In here we also have, and it comes into view, two barless cocks, two barless blues, which were imported from Holland. Yeah, so basically that's one of the barless cocks. There's a Qualmond, a reduced, a white bar, a barless, and the indigo cock. He throws some nice colours. He throws some nice double factor indigos with the hen I have him paired with, and some of the youngsters are really beautiful off that cock. Okay guys, so that's just another little quick update on the coloured birds. We'll catch you later. So here we are now in the polytunnel. Just a bit of an update on here. We, myself and my son, managed to get some more cardboard down in here as the worms had taken the last lot under the ground. I'm still waiting to get the compost delivered to get this sorted out. Get the compost on and put it to bed once and for all. Excuse me. So yeah, yesterday when we cleaned out the lofts, this is what we ended up with that came out from under the floor. It's about 3 months worth roughly, from under the floor and on top of the perches. So that's not a massive amount for 3 months of minimal work. But yes, it will make good compost. And where I normally used to throw it away, you'll see this will break down and make very, very, very good compost. It's in the bags to sweat out a little bit now at the moment. The feathers and the lot will all break down and add nutrients to the soil, so it might even be used as a top dressing after the beds are put in. The rain will get on that manure and it will actually wash the nutrients down into the bed, which should feed the plants. I'm not going to mix it in the bed, just on top, if it hasn't broken down in time. Okay, so that's just another bonus of cleaning out the loft. Where I used to throw all this away, which was such a waste, now it'll all be, this and all from the chicken shed will all be utilised and put on the growing area to build soil structure. So we'll crack on and we'll come back to you later. Catch you later guys. Okay guys, so here I am back in the garden now. As you can see, I've pulled some of this plastic back, and this is the ground underneath. Basically it's perfect. I can't see a weed, and certainly if there is any, then we'll pick any little ones out as we go along, but basically this is the ground underneath. Really, really good. Oh, there's one there. No, actually it isn't, it's just a leaf off the brambles, it isn't even a weed. So yeah, I've peeled that back, so I'm going to get the incinerator over now and I'm going to start and make a start on this lot and burning it. So I'm just going to ring the fire brigade now to let them know what I'm up to, and make a start on clearing some of this lot down to get rid of it, because I'm only going to get one chance at this, and then of course once the beds start to go in I won't have an area to burn at this time, so we need to get as much of this done as we can. So we'll make a start today. It's a miserable day again, but the rain's off at the moment, so at least if we get the fire started we can try and make a dent in some of that. I'll catch up with you later guys. Okay guys, so we made another start in the garden again. Unfortunately with the weather it's been absolutely ringing wet. It's through that much rain down, it's horrendous. I'm really struggling to get rid of this brush and what have you. As you can see, the wood's not burning too well. I have made a good bit of a dent in the twigs, but nowhere near. I thought the lot would have been cleared by now. Part of the reason is the little incinerator I have. I've had to peel the plastic back so I can get some burn. The little incinerator I have is absolutely as much use as no good. It's not burning very fast, and I'm struggling to get a handful of twigs now and again. So I've had to take a more drastic measure, and we've set another one going in an open space. I think the bottom of that bin must be chocked up and there's no way of getting at it. So we took a slightly more drastic measure, and we've set another one beside it, and if nothing it's 2 on the go instead of 1. And this should hopefully make short work of it now. I don't have to just cram in 6 or 7 twigs. I can throw as much as I want on there once it gets going. So we'll just see how this pans out through the day. I've still got all that to get rid of, and there's still quite a lot, as you can see. but I'm hoping once this gets going I can just throw the lot on there in a big heap and get shot in one foul swoop. So we'll see how it goes. Part of the reason why it's not burning is because it is still green. It should have been cut back well last year and left to dry somewhere, or at least covered over to dry. But because it's green, it is burning, but it's taking a long time and needs intense heat. So we'll plod on, guys, and we'll just see how we get on. Catch you later. Okay, guys, as you can see, we finally managed to get all the brambles and branches and everything from the plum tree that we cut down earlier in the year. We've got this bed at least cleared back to the bed, and that one trimmed back, so it's a little bit clearer there now. Still a lot of work to do, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this year. It's really tough stuff in there. I might even just cover it over with cardboard, reshell the beds with tin instead of the wood that's in there. Cover over with cardboard and then put a layer of topsoil on, and hopefully we can kill the weed underneath so that next year it'll be a bit more manageable. So we've still got this left over, and the reason for that is because it's so wet it just will not burn. So there's just a pile of wood that was lying on that bed, amongst that bed, all bits of scaff boards that was over in the other area. So I'm going to cover that over and let the air get at it, and hopefully try and dry that out for the next fire burn. So we're not going to get it all done today, but yeah, at least we've got rid of all those branches. And as you can see, the incinerator wasn't up to much use, but once we got this one going, this definitely put paid to it a lot easier than the other one. We were able to burn greater quantities faster just on this little pile here. We did continue in there, but that's burned out now. I think, as I say, it needs tipped out, raked over this, and the ash, potash and that will do the ground good. We'll rake all this out once it's finished and burned and just turn to ash. So yeah, doesn't look like a great deal done today, but all in all, it's a good job and another big hole in it. So until next weekend, I'll catch you later, guys. Bye.